my people? What's up, my people? Back with another episode, Brothers Under the Tree. About to get ready to be joined by my co-host Tyson. Tyson, you there? Oh, I mean, I always start off the show so they know to go be in the press. Okay, we shall see. So, man, another episode, another. Some more stuff to get off our chest. Anything you want to start the people off with, Tyson?
Feeling it's a lot going on. Shout out to the families, prayers up to the families and friends and loved ones of the people that lost their life and the flooding and the stuff that's going on out there. And I hate it for y'all, man. You can't never tell about the weather, and don't nobody want to lose. And to the survivors, man, I just hope y'all you stay strong. And I hate that y'all lost the sentimental things. Oftentimes we think about the monetary things, the cars, the houses, this and that. But you forget about when stuff like that happen, you forget about the pictures, the fond memories, the stains that came from memories, everything in the house that money can't replace. Videotapes, things that clothes, personal items, uh things of that stuff that people may have got from loved ones or they bought and they cherished them, they first of this or first of that. So yeah, just prayers out to y'all, man, and I hate it happen.
Yeah, man, I agree with you, man. Ain't nothing really else for me to, add on to, man. Hearts goes out to the victims who are no longer with us due to the floods, and hopefully we're able to rally, get up, and try to help out, you know, Texas, going through this crisis right now. We as America, we already give up enough money and aid to all other countries jumping in battles and stuff. We got nothing to do, so might as well do it at home as well. So hopefully he gets better. He gets better. Brighter days coming, but yeah, pretty much everything you said. So I ain't got too much else to add about it. Uh, but since we're here, we might as well go ahead and get it out of the way. Allow me a few minutes if you don't mind, Tyson. But sometimes you be thinking and you think, and you be thinking like, man, I ain't got nothing to work with. I ain't got nothing I want to say. It ain't mind drawing blank or stuff like that. So it happens. Well, I didn't have a shade topic for a while. I didn't have nothing. I was coming to y'all empty, like trash bin on a dump day. So uh, I didn't have nothing, but lo and behold, something came through. So if you don't mind me getting these few minutes, Chris Carter, you the shade topic of the week. Now listen, dude. I got listen. You had a very good career, very good career. You got to the Hall of Fame, actually, Hall of Fame career. But let's keep it real here, man. You was known as the crybaby. That's what my granddaddy nicknamed you as, crybaby, because you sure would cry and whine when you wasn't getting the ball. Yes, you had a multiple thousand-yard season, but let's be honest, you'll always be Robin to Randy Moss's Batman. Let's be honest, just your claim to fame. Yes, you were a very good possession receiver, but stop it, man. Stop acting like you were so great. Thing about it is you got to be humble and modest sometimes. And your ego is just out of line, Chris Carter. The disrespect that you try to put on Ocho, saying, "Oh, they called me to why they on vacation. They called me seeing if I could fill in for Ocho," and I'm like, I'm not filling in for no Ocho. I ain't no sub. I ain't no backup choice. I don't want people to think that basically it's beneath you for them to even call you saying, "Can you fill in for Ocho?" The audacity, bro. Everybody know nightcap is in Ocho. And you ought to be glad they gave you 3 days. They wanted you to do 3 days. I wouldn't have called you at all. Yeah, you just your head is big and swollen like you so great. Then he's sitting there. Ocho sitting there just having fun with Travis Hunter. Oh man, I could go out there right now and run 10 routes and you couldn't stop me on none. And I could also get at least one stop on defense. Him and Travis Hunter just having some nice little friendly banter back and forth. Lo and behold, here come this whining, crying, gotta make it by him, Chris Carter. Oh, Ocho got a better chance of getting in the Hall of Fame than he got of stopping Travis Hunter on a route or whatever. Like, bro, get out of here, man. Like, you just ahead because you ain't got nothing to do. You in the Hall of Fame, but you bitter. And let's be real, they kind of gave that to you because you was on the ballot 8 times. How you an eighth ballot Hall of Famer, man? Come on, man. You was close to that pity. Oh well, he been in here over 10 years. We might as well give him the nod. You almost got that sympathy Hall of Fame induction. I don't want to hear that, man. Man, like it's just. I mean, Chris Carter. I ain't say you ruining your legacy because yes, you have a legacy of being in the Hall of Fame. But let's be real. If you put Chris Carter, Dez Bryant, and Ocho in the same room, I guarantee you getting your autograph. People asking for your autograph last. If anybody want your autograph, so get out, stop feeling yourself, man. You ain't no all-time great. Yeah, you probably a top 5, top 10 Viking receiver, but you ain't no all-time great, man. Stop boosting your head and feeling like it's a knock that Ocho for you to replace Ocho, and then hating that Ocho said he could run 10 out of 10 routes on Travis Hunter and he can stop nothing. It's just play for bouncer. But you want to make it all about yourself, man. Get out of here, Chris Carter. You acting like a reject. Come on, man. Let's not act like you ain't get shut down either. Talking some, it was times when Ocho couldn't even catch. And he couldn't even get on the field as a Cincinnati Bengal. Man, get out of here. You know, people locked you up. Dion, Darrell Green, Champ Bailey, you name it, they were locking you up, man. You was a possession receiver. Don't feel yourself too much, man. So yeah, Chris Carter, you are the shade topic. I could go some more, man, but I'd rather get my co-host Tyson in here and let's talk about some other stuff. But yeah, you the shade topic, Chris Carter. Get out of here, man.
You talking the dude with the glasses, right? That always crying, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Nothing
used
funny.
to
He be
show, used to
crying.
be on, yeah, used to come on first, second, undisputed sometime. Like
I
you some,
thought I thought I'd never meet a bigger crybaby than Keyshawn, but Chris Carter, you got him beat by a long mile.
ridiculous,
Yeah.
man, ridiculous.
Hey man, that boy, I ain't gonna talk about it. He got enough clout. I ain't gonna talk about him. Never mind. Man, what you think about Michael Beasley calling Nick Young out for a meal?
Like I said, is they putting up, is they each putting up a meal? Might as well make it 2 meal, but it's just entertainment. Nick Young ain't gonna get out there. Michael Beasley real out there hooping, real out there competing. Nick Young don't want that tight game or what he said, give him too much for his knee and this, that, and the third. I'm sorry, Nick. If he beat, ooh, ooh, if he beat Lance Stevenson 31-21, you probably getting beat out of just out of just to give you a little bit of respect. I said Beasley beat you 30-16. So it'll never happen. Just like it'll never happen where Pat Beverly will never get his wish of facing Brandon Jennings 1-on-1, man. So it'll never happen. It's just entertainment, something to keep us going. I don't know if Michael Beasley doing that thing, man. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I wish, his co-hosts and others could convince Melo to come out of retirement just for one game, man. I love to see Beasley and Melo. We'll see though.
Uh, He called Melo out, but I agree with what he said. Like, start sitting behind your co-hosts and counterparts. He said I talked to you and looked you in your eye. Stop copping out behind Gil. I do feel like he do cop out behind Gil a lot.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Uh,
So before we get off that topic, who would you like to see him one on one?
Nick Young or Beasley?
Beasley.
I mean, I'm with the two obvious ones, honestly, Melo and ISO Joe. Either one would be good for me. I'm trying to keep it like in terms of people who still like in shape and can play. That's either not in the big three or just was fortunate enough to not be in the league. Unfortunately, not in the league no more, but could still be in the league. But yeah, so if not Melo or ISO Joe, I like to see him in. I'm trying to think of people his age range too. Uh, I like to see him in. It's a good question. I'm trying to think of somebody that's like close to Beasley height at least. Uh, mm, 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 mm. Uh, Dang, I'm kind of drawing blank, bro. Trying to think would be a good matchup for bees, but still in that same age range. Uh,
Be a good one.
I don't mind seeing Rudy Gay now. Yeah,
Man, he
that's the one I
busting
can.
Rudy Gay.
I know, but I mean, you asking for a matchup that could happen. I feel like others
Uh,
are a little too old for him. Like, no offense, but Vince Carter and T Mac ain't got it no more.
yeah. Um, uh, Let me see a good one who I think. Iggy.
I don't know, man. I don't know if Iggy got enough. Got enough. I don't know what would it be called? Not stamina, but whatever. That compete with Michael. Oh, I said Michael. Yeah, Michael Beasley like that. So I like where you're coming from, but gotta say, yeah, I can see that. Uh, hey, I mean, I don't know how he is offensively like that, but hey, I wouldn't mind seeing Beasley and Shumpert.
That'll be a good match. Now
Uh,
that would be a good match because Shump make like he got clamps out this world. That'll be a good matchup too now.
yeah.
Him, Andrew Wiggins.
Um, yeah.
Uh, Let me see him in Bam. You say Bam the only one that beat him one on one. Let me see him in Bam.
Good point. Good
Um,
point. Man. So Bam is slipped on offensively.
yeah. Jimmy
Sure. Good.
Butler, him and Jimmy Butler will be a great match.
Yeah. I can see that.
Just tell Jimmy Butler start him off with 5 less points, so
Mm.
that way he be in that playoff bag or that fourth quarter bag. But nah, all jokes aside, but I think him and Jimmy will be a good match.
If it was guaranteed not to get hurt, I'd love to see him and Kawhi.
I don't think Kawhi care enough. Play somebody like Michael Beasley, you got to be invested in mentally too.
Mhm. I
Kawhi
mean,
just probably got out, yeah, you
I,
won,
I,
so what?
honestly, I think the NBA should cash in on this. Make this All Star weekend. Let Michael Beasley, televise it. Give us a Michael Beasley one-on-one matchup. Then let Matt McClung get a one-on-one matchup against anybody, any previous or former dunker. You get 3 dunks apiece, and something like that, man. Because I really don't want to see him compete for a fourth one, especially when he ain't gonna be facing nothing but a rookie, couple of bench players, and yeah. So you know.
Um, Let me see. Yeah, ISO Joe would be good. Josh Smith might be good. Well, I don't know, Josh. He might be washed. That Joker might be washed right now.
Yeah, I ain't seen him since he
Um,
was on T the other day. Not the other day, but the other month.
um, yeah, that'll be some good
I
ones,
mean,
man.
Boogie ain't got nothing to do since he's suspended for the rest of the year over there in Europe. So,
Um, I'm trying to think of old hoopers that can really just play. That ain't like you say in the same age range or just a little older, just a little younger. Maybe man, make Zion play him in the All Star weekend, man, or something.
no, man, vote Zion All Star so he'll compete in the slam dunk contest. He said if y'all voted me in, he'll go.
Man, ain't
He'll
nobody trying
do
to see that nigga come out there do a 360 windmill and bust his ankle, bust his
it.
shoe. I mean, wish no injury on nobody, but come on, man. Yeah, that'd be him or nah, cause you can't invest a young buck in the league, cause you can't chance that.
Yeah.
I know he'll bust Tatum. I know for a fact he probably beat Tatum 31 to 10.
Nah, he'll beat Tatum, I think, but it ain't gonna be no blowout like that. Tatum, y'all be sleeping on Tatum,
Tatum's soft on defense.
man. All right.
That man like a spoiled milkshake, thin and watery.
Oh, yeah, okay. I hear you don't get enough credit on defense when you locking up the third option because Drew Holiday and Jalen Brown got the 1 and 2 option.
That might be straight, but I don't know if I mean not Jalen Brown, Drew Holiday got enough offensive bag for that.
Mm. I don't know. I know it's supposed to be a 2-on-2. Each they it's man and woman versus man and woman, but the rumor is Brandon Jennings and Kemba Walker supposed to do a little 2-on-2.
Kimba better than Brandon Jennings.
Oh,
He just never had the right fit. Like he was never fit in right, never was in the right place. His co-star was Bismack Biyombo and Michael Kidd Gilchrist, who didn't know if he was stretching or shooting a basketball.
well, I tell you, man, man, I listen to my audience. We love y'all, man, but the disdain this man got for Michael Carter Williams is just crazy.
Who?
You,
What you talking about?
not Michael Carter Williams. Who you just said? I mean,
Michael Kidd Gilchrist,
yeah,
number
Michael Kidd
14.
Gilchrist. I mean, yeah.
I don't have a disdain for him because he was solid defensively, but he just offensively he was a. I'm talking about. I ain't never seen a liability that bad.
Mm,
That man make Dennis Rodman look like Tim Duncan on offense.
man, okay, all right.
Yeah, man. So
Well, what I about to say? In other sports news, man, Ben McLemore got found guilty of, you know,
Thunderland.
basically, yeah, the word. Let's just say special victims unit. If you know,
Hmm.
you know. So, man, get any thoughts on that? Like his downfall, or just him being found guilty? Anything you want to say about that?
I mean, of course you're a former NBA player, so you gonna have like, okay, he's been Blackamore, but in all honesty, like you did never really pan out in the NBA.
Mm,
I'm gonna be real, that whole draft class was kind of garbage.
mm,
Ben Mack, Anthony Bennett, all them that whole Alex Lynn, um, Jeremy Lamb, all them was kind of like garbage. Like
okay,
they never amounted. They never, and I mean never amounted to anything.
got it. Nah, moving on from that. I see them young boys getting paid out there, signing them extensions. SJ signed his 4 year. Ooh, what was it? 4 year 28, 400, 4 year 280 something. I think it was.
Hmm.
Chet just got his 5 for 250 today, and Paulo, is it Paulo or Pablo? I think it's Paulo. Paulo Banchero just got his extension the other day from the Magic. His is for 238 million, but it can go up to 287 if in the 4 year extension, it can go from 237 to is it 273 or 283. If he accomplishes one of these three things, if he becomes final regular season MVP, uh defensive player of the year, or first team all NBA. So more likely he's getting that 200 and that extra 40, 50 million. As long as he accomplishes one of those three feats in 4 years.
Who you
So
said
what's your
again?
thought? Huh?
Who you said? What's the person you said again?
I said Paulo Banchero. He signed the extension for 238, but it can go up to like 273 if in the 4 years he's able to accomplish either winning Defensive Player of the Year, winning regular season MVP, or getting first team All NBA in just one of the 4 seasons.
I think he'll get it. Paulo is slept on.
All
Paulo just
right.
need Paulo. I feel like Paulo can take the Magic to the finals the same way Dwight did if he just have a couple pieces, a
Okay.
couple. Like he don't need no big names. If you give him a big name, it don't need to be like a where it's a Kobe versus Kobe and Shaq thing where it's like who the Batman, who the Rodman. It need to be somebody like let me see a good one like how Kevin Love was in terms of the offense for Cleveland or uh Drew Holiday to Giannis or CJ McCollum to Dame, something like that.
Okay. Okay. I kind of agree. So since we're talking about Paulo, uh, I'm gonna give you some names, and you tell me which one. The question is, which one you with Halliburton just going to the NBA Finals this year? Obviously, he's gonna miss next season, but getting to the NBA Finals this past season, I'm gonna give you names. I'm gonna give you some names. Most likely, it's gonna be in groups of three, but it might be two. It depends, but most likely three. I'm gonna give you some names of NBA players, and you tell me which one you have the most confidence in reaching a finals in the next, let's say, 5 years. Ready?
All right.
Okay. Jalen Brunson, and this is assuming everybody's healthy and plays mostly a full season, meaning at least 60 games in the regular season and able to play the whole playoffs. So, first one is uh, Jalen Brunson, Joel Embiid, or Donovan Mitchell.
Jalen Brunson, Joel Embiid, Donovan Mitchell.
Right.
Brunson.
Okay.
Brunson, I feel like I don't know what it is about New York. It's like they get burnt out. They like, but I don't know. They just got Mike Brown, so I don't know. They got another Doc Rivers, so I don't know. But I ain't got no. I'm gonna let it be known now. I don't have no faith, and I mean no faith in Joel Embiid.
Okay.
That nigga can
Uh,
have Michael. I'm sorry. That excuse me, y'all. But that man can have Michael Jordan in his prime, LeBron in his prime. I still don't think he can get to the finals.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now, the next one is Cade Cunningham, Paulo, or um John Morant.
Paulo, yes. Uh, Ja, I don't know, cause Memphis, I don't know. Memphis ain't been the same since they had Zebo, Mike Conley, and Mark Gasol.
Yeah.
Like they don't even make good moves in the offseason. They don't make good trades. They don't. I don't know. So I don't know about Ja. I say he might make a conference finals, but he's
Okay.
going to the finals. No. And who was the other one you said? Cade.
Right.
Man, y'all let one season make y'all think these Detroit gonna do something.
Man, he took a leap from bottom feeders to the playoffs. So hey, gotta give him a little love, man.
Hey, don't shout out to Cade because he's a good player, but he just they don't have a consistency.
Mm. So maybe they finna get some. Who knows?
What you think?
Uh, honestly, I believe it's Yeah, I believe it's Paulo too. Because like I said, the Magic got a nice core. They got him, Franz Wagner. What's the boy name? Drawing blank. But yeah, they just traded for Desmond Bain. The East is down, and let's be real. With Boston losing Tatum and injury, Holiday and Porzingis to free agency or trades, whatever you want to call it. Pacers done for the year. Bucks are done after waiving Dame. So the East, this is your best chance this next year, maybe this year and maybe the next year to do it. So I feel like Magic are deep. They have a good roster around them. Only problem with Orlando is, and they play great defense. Only problem with Orlando is when they're struggling to score offensively, who can kind of get them out that drought or whatever. That's why I think they went and got Desmond Bain, because the times Paulo and Franz are off, the Magic offense just look nasty. So I think it probably would be Paulo.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, what was the other thing I had to ask you? I forget. Um, I don't know. I think that's all. I think I might. Do I got one more grouping? Let me see. Uh, hmm. Yeah. Should I go there? I could go there. Okay, yeah. All of them have at least one MVP now. They all have at least one Finals MVP. So, who you most confident in getting back to a Finals and winning Finals MVP again? SGA, Giannis, or Jokic?
SJ, Giannis, and Jokic are getting back.
Yeah, getting back and getting another Finals MVP.
I don't know, cause I see they Jokic declined that extension offer. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. Giannis to go back, but Giannis got to leave. He got to leave. He needs to leave Milwaukee before he be like Dame with a ring.
Mm,
Like he got to.
yeah. Okay. And then last one, and then I'll be done with this. You let me know if you got some stuff you want to go ahead and talk about, or you want to, get, you got some, we're gonna move on from basketball after this. But two all-time great point guards, the point guard CP, and obviously Mr. Triple Double Russell Westbrook, both top 75 players. Hint, hint, they're both gonna be at NBA 80. Uh, but both guys right now are technically free agents. They have a few options. What I'm hearing now, again, it's just reports, but what I'm hearing is Russ is deciding between Houston and reuniting with KD, going back to Denver, or somewhere else. I forgot who the third place is. And then for CP3, it's looking like either going to Milwaukee, helping Milwaukee have a point guard, so him being over there with Giannis as of right now, since Giannis on the roster, or going back to Lob City and reuniting with the Clippers. So, what's your
And we
thought
talking
on
about
both
CP3.
players? Yeah, CP3. So, what's your thoughts on both players' options right now?
Uh, Russ will be good in Houston. I just don't know how him and KD can play together, man.
Okay.
Because I feel like if he do go sign with Houston, KD will still try to blame him for anything that go wrong instead of being a man and saying I had shortcomings.
Mhm.
Um, Chris Paul, man, just hang it up, man. Be a Jawan Howard, be a player coach or something, man. It's over with, bruh.
CP still got it, man. I know y'all don't remember, but the man started every game for the Spurs except for like 5 last year. The man averaged about 12 and 4, so he still kind of got it, man.
12 points, 4 assists.
Well, I
Come
mean,
on,
hey, when we was out.
come on, bro. 12 points. I ain't mad about the points, but 4 assists. Come on, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. All right, man. You got something else? You got some stuff to ask, or you want me, throw something else out there?
Man, I just feel like it's a lot going on in the social media realm right now, and
Okay.
I feel like at the end of the day, man, it just everything that's going on, you have to be you have to pay attention to who you listen to, and what I mean by that is like Charleston White is the love hate player. I mean person. Like I just watched about 4 5 TikTok 10-minute TikTok videos of him going over to that Carmelo Anthony kid case, and I'm just like, see, this the Charleston White that I grew to like grow fond of. But the Charleston White that's all them gimmicks, calling police, reporting POs, and this and that, this and that. I don't like that. But it's crazy how social media can make you put a brand or attach a image to a person when a person really a good person. You just get caught up in their characters. And I just want to know how you felt about like certain people and just influences in general. Like, do you feel like we should judge them off their social media, or you feel like we should judge them off what we know or what we grew fond to?
See, the thing with Charleston White, maybe I'm not the best one to ask because he kind of like a favorite of mine in terms of like he said in the past. I mainly like the fact that pretty much almost all his interviews he do is like long interviews with both of us being truck drivers, you being the long distance semi 18-wheeler side, me being the FedEx doing delivery side. We want something that's long in our ear. Pause. Uh, that we could listen to. Ain't really got to skip or get ready to play, part 31. Shout out to somebody, but I don't want to give them no love, no free publicity. We on the rise. And he might ask us for an interview one day, so I'm trying to tread lightly. Uh, but he told y'all a long time ago, man. Like he putting on a character, and a guy who watches wrestling understands characters and gimmicks. It don't bother me. I kind of laugh it off. Even when stuff that's supposed to like make me kind of like aggravated and stuff like that, when he be talking about like stuff about the kid this or that whatever. But I realize he's playing a character, and at the same time, yeah, and it's sad because in society, this is how society is as a whole. That if it ain't really affecting you personally, you really don't care, which is sad to say. So when he's saying that about these kids and stuff, it's like, yeah, it's messed up, but I know he playing a character. But also, it's like, nah, he ain't talking about my child, so do I? Like I'm not finna go like they like to say, crash out or do something crazy just because he talking about a kid. See, I admit, I can admit, like when he bring up how black people are idol worshipers, everybody idol worship. It's just not a race thing. Let's just say people in general are idol worshipers. I'm an idol worshiper too, but I can realize, well, I can own what mine is, but I realize I ain't as terrible as like the typical idol worshiper. Like, oh, people drop anything they can to go to the Beyonce concert, or these females paying $1,100 for Chris Brown to take some seductive pictures with them and stuff like that. I'm not that obsessed or that crazy. I don't. When certain celebrities do things, it does hurt because you kind of like grew up with them. You've been around them. Like case in point, LeBron James. I know I talk about him a lot, but I was watching uh in my YouTube thing the I'm Coming Home Diddy song was playing over the LeBron leaving Cleveland and coming back to Cleveland. And I was thinking like, man, when he really does retire, it's gonna hurt a little bit. Like I might want to cry a little bit figuratively, because it's like, man, I watched this man's whole career. And it's like, man, when he gone. But at the same time, it's like I would have been devastated if, the alleged stuff they was talking about the Diddy parties. I'd have been a little devastated of, you know, my goat, if you paid any attention to the Diddy trial. So, certain ones it'll hurt, but it's not like, oh, I don't know what I do with my life that, oh, this person is like this or this person did that. So, like I said, no matter what it is or what they do, my cereal gonna taste the same in the morning. It's just certain people or certain things hurt you a little bit more. So with Charleston White antics, he been doing it for the longest, so it don't surprise me. And I like I say, he been told y'all he'll call the police on y'all, so don't be surprised when he does. My thing is why y'all keep falling for his trap. If you know this man would call or this that or do stuff like that, why would you say publicly, "Oh, you can't come to this city no more"? Or it's on site when I see you. You know he knows the legal books, so don't fall for his trap. That's all he wants. Because the thing about it, soon as we see controversy concerning Charleston White, we spamming Charleston White interview in the search bar for YouTube because we want to see if they cheesed and uploaded. So yeah, man, like this like watch that sorry Island Boy fight with him and the Island Boy. I couldn't wait for the Charleston White interview because I know he was gonna sit there and brag. But yeah, so it's stuff like that. But then in terms of other personalities, I don't want to just harp on Charleston White, but other personalities like case in point, I feel like certain personalities when they portray a certain way, you're supposed to take them more seriously. Like Charleston White, even though it's a skate rock, he has been saying from the jump, I'm playing a character. I feel like everybody on the internet playing. I'm trolling y'all, this, that, and the third. He's always said that. So even though we might feel some type of way and say he's a hypocrite, this, that, and third, he has always said it. Now, as opposed, now you look on the flip side to Dr. Umar Johnson, who been talking this black, black, black this whole time and leave the snow bunnies alone and 1,000 lashes here, 500 there. But you've been talking about this school for 12, 13 years. Me and my brother then graduated high school. We done had children. We done got married. We done been on multiple jobs. Umar, how many graduating classes have been waiting on the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey School? So when it comes to you, it's like and he preaches the message. Yes, he does. The way he put the words, I ain't gonna lie, Dr. Umar make you feel like, hey man, Black Power, let me put on my Black Panther suit and make Huey Newton them proud. But bruh, you don't never do your school never gonna get finished. I'm not trying to be a hater, bro, but it's been almost 15 years, bro. Come on now. At this point, hey man, go ask some white folks for help, cause bruh, you been a 15-year principal and ain't a student touched that hallway yet.
To interject on what you're saying, that's why I don't really subscribe to what he say no more because I ain't gonna say I never really did, but it's always good to have pride in your culture. But for him to get on there, I think it was about a year ago, I heard someone, yeah, the blacks could never get it done. I had to go to the white man to get help. They was willing to help. Black folks will never give you nothing. So it's like you make yourself look like I want to call you coon, but you do look like a hypocrite oftentimes. There's nothing wrong with being proud in what you believe in, but out of all the influences, you look like the brokest one that preach it. I'm just being real. That's the outside looking in. I'm not counting man pockets, but perception is everything in this world. That's all we can go on. So
Right.
people like Umar and people like even like with Shannon Sharp. Like I just don't get me wrong, Shannon Sharp cool, whatever, whatever. He had his own discretions and his own things. We all have problems. We're not perfect. We all sin and fall short of the glory of Christ. But he, when Skip told that man to put on his glasses, I lost a lot of respect for him because it's like, you got to realize we root for you too because you relatable to us, and at the same time, bro, you can't just go out there and just get shamed and little boy on TV. I don't care what a man done for you. At the end of the day, once you get to that seat that you're in, you got to stand up for something. Now, if it would have been behind the scenes, cool, whatever, whatever. But to the masses, it just looked like you tucked your chin. When you the man one time, oh, I'm a man, I'm this and this and this and this. Come on, bro. Like it bothered me. I don't get
Yeah.
invested. I'm just speaking on terms of,
Right.
on behalf
And,
of,
and, 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 and yeah.
So I just feel like that's what I
I'm
was
with you.
thinking
My bad.
about.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. You finish.
You good? I got another shade topic to transition, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that particular thing. It, it came across my feed today that Stephon Diggs love Cardi B. So I just want to know how you felt about that after the simp rented the castle. Now they done for. How you feel about that, man?
I mean, I've been called things in my past. I've been called a simp. I've been called, I've been accused of being gay. Nothing against anybody, but I've been accused of that. I've been accused of being a lame, a square. I've been accused of being a terrible boyfriend. I've been accused of being, all kind of stuff, man. It's been a lot of accusations. I've also had a lot of nicknames, Tater, Big Sarge, stuff like that. You know, uh, all kind of stuff like that. And I believe in God, I'm spiritual and all that. So I ain't trying to offend nobody. But you might as well add prophet to the list. It didn't even take long. I told you, man. I told you it was coming. Now, see, people want to say, oh, Stephon Diggs dumped her. This brings another topic, too. Again, I understand because me and you are both men. So I understand this whole man, you're a man, encouraging men, promoting masculinity and manhood, all that. I get that. But it leads to these channels that I used to watch, mainly because I used to type in Corey Holcomb 51. Instead of listening to the whole 5150 show, I would just type in Corey Holcomb. So I would find people that would clip like 18, 20-minute clips of Corey Holcomb breaking down certain topics. But I noticed that all them dudes that upload to Corey Holcomb, they subscribe to that, oh, the masculine man, this, that, and the third, and you the prize. And this is no knock on the man, RIP. But that whole Kevin Samuels high value man, ain't nothing wrong with having confidence and belief in yourself. True, you're supposed to have that. You need it. It's required. But this whole high value thing, to me, it just comes off as, oh, I'm entitled. Oh, I'm this, that, and the third. And then it also ties into Kevin Samuels and all these other dudes I'm talking about who used to upload his stuff and are doing Corey Holcomb now. They always take shots at guys like me and you being stepdads, like, oh, it ain't our responsibility and this, that, and the third. But we took that responsibility on when we decided to get with our wives, before marriage and not with marriage and this, that, and the third. But y'all want to knock and call stepdaddies lames and squares and how y'all put up with that. That ain't y'all responsibility, where they daddies at this, that, and the third. So, it's kind of like up and down mixed relationship, oil and vinegar relationship with those kind of peoples. But like I said, I called the whole the Stephon Diggs thing. Now people are gonna say, "Oh, he dumped her." I don't think that's what it is. What I think it is, yeah, he decided to stop messing with her. Now it could have been mutual, and he jumped out there first and said he done. Maybe he did say he wanted to be done first, but he didn't just up and say, "Oh, I'm done." What happened was either he done looked at her phone, somebody called while they was kicking it, probably Offset, maybe even a third guy. But what he found something, it was something happened where he seen and looked at Cardi B and was like, "No, I can't continue this." I can't say stepped out of reality because I used to be a simp myself. So not saying nothing wrong with being a simp. Simps recognize simps. But the thing is, something happened where it dawned on him, an awakening moment, whatever the case may be, where he was like, "Nah, she still like that nigga, or in love with that dude, or she hadn't moved on, or maybe he thought I done took Offset, I got her now, Offset, she mad, and he found out it was another person in the picture." But the reality is, Cardi B was never exclusive to Stephon Diggs. And I don't know if he felt in his mind, he thought she was. He started catching feelings and felt like he finna make her Mrs. Diggs, but she was never exclusive to him. He helped her during a dark time, during divorce, heartbreak, this, that, and the third, but she was never exclusive to him. So it was something that he got hurt in his feelings and in his heart and was like, okay, I'm done with her. It wasn't no just I've been kicking it with her. I done knocked her off a couple of times. Now I'm done. Let me move on. It wasn't like that. So people celebrating saying Diggs did right and this, that, and the third. Real reason was he found Cardi B did something that touched his heartstrings in the wrong way. That's how I feel about it. What say you?
I'm gonna speak on both things you spoke on. Okay, I remember, I had a breakup, a heartbreak or whatever. So for a long time, I subscribed to that alpha male and no stepdaddy and this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third, whatever, blase squaze, the red pill, the black pill, all that kind of. I fed into it for a while, Now looking back on it, now that I'm a married man with kids, family, shout out to my daughter, she might not be mine biologically, but can't nobody on this earth tell me that ain't my daughter, and I'm standing on that. So things like, the whole mindset of don't be this and don't be that, no shout out, I mean, no disrespect to nobody, but facts are facts. I was raised by an amazing stepfather. That's my father. Can't nobody change that. Love that man. Anyways, um, me and my brother are both that now. We carry on that title, but we don't subscribe. I say this, we to the masses we carry on that title, but to us we drop the step and we put father on there. And for in my opinion, we first fathers because we have a more they be in more of our control and more of our discretion than anybody. So I agree what you said. Don't subscribe into it because at the end of the day, a lot of them people be hurt. Now, do I feel like you should be a alpha male? I ain't gonna say per se alpha, but when you a man, be a man. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. You do that as you please. If you want me to elaborate, I'm gonna just keep it short and simple. Listen, at the end of the day, don't go around here being soft. Yes, stand on morals and principles. Be stern. Lead. Don't dictate. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with saying, okay, telling your significant other, hey, look, this my rules, this my boundaries, this what I stand on, this what I'm not going for. Stand on that. Stand 10 toes behind it. But just don't go around here and say, I'm an alpha male and, and you getting taken care of by the woman. That's not I don't respect that. But if you a man, like I say, the man of the house, you lead like the man of the house, you lead by example, you carry yourself like the man of the house, like the forefront, cool. But in terms of just 20 women don't take a woman serious. No, don't do the marriage thing. No, I'm not gonna say that because marriage when you with the right person is a beautiful thing. Which when you with the wrong person, of course you gonna hate it. Um, Now on the other note, with the Stephon Diggs and Cardi B, Stephon Diggs, yeah, you was a rebounder. Like I said, I agree with you said. Well, his heart got tugged the wrong way because she thought it was Cardi B wanted you. Yeah, she could have wanted you, but at the end of the day, you got to realize anytime you a rebound, that don't mean you're gonna get the second chance point. Sometimes you can pass it back out or you can lay it back up and it still miss. So at the end of the day,
Man,
it's
what an
just a part.
analogy. I like that.
It's a part of life. It's a part of the game. Life is nothing but a big game. So, you know, that's what happens just because, and like they say, just because you got a lot of money, that don't change you internally. Because at the end of the day, when they strip that money, who are you really at your core? So I just feel like I kind of felt it was gonna happen because he clearly gave that he was all in, and like I say, Carter B went fully all in. That's not saying she didn't like you or wasn't fond of you, but she just maybe you got to realize a woman with multiple kids from a person that keep going on and on in marriage, especially, they gonna always have a soul tie to a person. So you got to work harder to break it if you really feel like that. But I don't really get caught up in celebrity stuff. I'm just trying to relate it to the everyday 9 to 5 or the everyday average American. I ain't gonna say average in terms of being disrespectful or demeaning, but just the everyday person that walk about life. Not the celebrities, not the top 5%, because y'all different. Just the everyday person. Come on, man, you got to be smarter than that, man.
Agreed, agreed. I'm with you 100% on that. So, moving on from that. I'm gonna ask you this now. This is like I said, we both happily married. But I'm asking you in general since I'm asking you the questions. So you happily married. So this ain't really for you, but it's for like you know, let's say you trying to help out young single men, no matter what their age is. We're just gonna say over 21. We don't want to go teenage age or nothing like that. But let's just say 21 and up. So you giving advice to the single men. So I'm gonna give you a couple of like situations in terms of say they looking for love. They trying to find them a partner, at least get back in the relationship dating game. So I'm gonna throw out some like I guess you could say games or situation scenarios, whatever you want to call it. And you tell me how you think they should go about it if they really serious about trying to find somebody, you know, by going this route. So first one is, and like I said, they really are trying to find them a girlfriend, and or let's just say significant other, whether they're trying to make it their future spouse or just a long term, significant other, but they really are serious about dating, trying to find love. So first one is speed dating.
And you asking like what I should do? Hold on, what are you asking again? How I feel
Like
about it?
how like you know, like yeah, basically how you feel about it, but like say they trying to pursue all these avenues because they just trying to find love. Like, do you think it's a good like situation to try to find somebody? And like, what tips would you give them if they said, "Hey, I'm finna go to this speed dating thing"? Any advice you could give me in terms of like questions to ask or how to play it, stuff like that. So the first
Okay,
one
I'm
is
gonna say
speed dating.
speed day, man. Just keep it short, simple. If that's something you choose to do, keep it short and simple. But throw if you quick on your feet, if you have to write it down, rehearse it, cool, whatever. But try to throw a trick question in there. Because one thing about it, what I know from dealing with multiple personalities, excuse me, and studying psychology and actually studying behaviors and things of that nature, you have to you have to catch people off guard to catch their true self. Because when you dating a person, it's gonna always be sweet. Because I don't remember who said the analogy first or who I heard it first from, but you dating a representative in the beginning. You don't know a person
Right.
real flaws until you really in depth and locked in. So ask them a question that it may seem crazy, but you can get a response. Ask them like, what would you do if you had $20 and you had to get to work for the rest of the week, but you got to eat and be able to have money just in case something happen? What would you do?
Mhm.
Ask them some things that'll make them think, but it seems crazy, but it'll make them think. Because at the end of the day, a relationship requires when you locked in with a person, it requires critical thinking on the fly, especially when you're talking about living together. Now, when you just dating and yeah, y'all separate, but you dating seriously, exclusively, is one thing. But when you and I know you can attest to this, bro. When once you live in day for day with a person, so much stuff can happen, and you got to be able to think on the fly. So
Yeah.
that's how I feel about it. Now, speed dating is effective. Don't get me wrong. That's why you see all these 20v1s and all this and that and this and that. But you got to be careful not to fall in love with representation. You got to fall in what's internal.
Man, you took the next one right off the answers. So 20v1.
It's cool, but I- it's starting to become played out to me because it's a clout move. Now, if you can do it like underground in terms of not with the popular people or not with people that's want to be seen. If you go to like, let's say you do it in a rural town that nobody really know about, cool. But if you talking about going to
Mhm.
these big cities and doing 20v1s, you most likely you ain't gonna never find it because everybody trying to go viral.
Right.
So
Okay. Okay.
when everybody trying to go viral, you just not gonna find nothing quality. But go ahead.
Okay. Now this one, now pop the balloon, but instead of you being the guy where they decide if they want to pop or not, you one of the 5 or 6, however many it be, guys that the girl walk in on. So let's just say you fine with her looks, she looking good or whatever, cool. But you pop the balloon, but you one of the 5 or 6 candidates.
Pay attention to body language. Pay strong attention to
Okay.
body language because the one thing about it, that body ain't gonna lie. That body will not lie. Because a lot of times people think
Mm.
that even the people that got poker faces, it's some in their body language that tell how they really feel about it. So you might have a woman, that come up there and she telling all this and all that and it sound good, but she might be ruffling her feet, or she might be rubbing her fingernails together, or she might be blanking a lot. Pay attention to the body language.
Okay.
Now, like I say, I'm speaking on terms of finding love, not just dating. If you just dating, it totally it's live by a different set of rules and regulations.
Okay. Okay. Now the last two is first one is like you wherever you see them at, club, supermarket, I don't know, office, whatever. You step to them and you trying to talk to them to get their number and their name. Like,
Hmm.
what's the best way to like try to approach a lady?
Cold
Say they
approach.
saying, "Hey, Tyson, I don't really got no game like that. How could I approach a lady?"
First off, stay calm, bro. Like, do not overthink. They pee and boo boo just like you. They put their clothes on the same way you do. It's cliche to say that, but just stay quiz.
Yeah,
Quiz. Okay, yeah. So
I'm here.
just stay calm. Stay calm. Stay calm, stay cool, be patient, and just be assertive, man. That's all you gotta do. It ain't hard, it ain't rocket science to just be assertive. When you approach, look in the eye, but don't stare. Just be direct, simple, and short. That's all you gotta do. Cause when you go in there trying to do all that extra, come with this pickup line and all this and that, it can easily be blown. Just be direct. Like I say, be firm. Have great body language. That's what, and to be honest, that's what women really look for. They look up. They really the first thing they checking out outside of your appearance is your body language, how you carry yourself. That's all they looking for. So long as you carry yourself right and you carry yourself upright, you good.
Okay. Now I was gonna go online dating, but I decided to scrap that one. All right, this one is first date, the first date night. So, said she wanted you got two things you want to do with her. Let's just assume one of them is dinner, and the other one you get to decide whether it's movie, skate room, skating, arcade, whatever the case may be. But first date night, how should you approach it, and what's the best options to go for date night?
Do something that's very think outside of the box. So don't. The worst thing you can do is go to the movies. That's the worst first date in American history.
Man, I'm a
Like,
witness. Then, man. I'm a witness.
like it's nothing you can accomplish for it. Because if you try to make a move, you're gonna be looked at as a creep. If you try to be laid back, you're gonna be looked at as boring. You can't win for no first date. That's something you do when you locked in for at least 2, 3 dates prior.
Okay.
First date. Dinner is a going to a dinner is the easiest way to get flaked on. It's the easiest way to get stood up. It's the easiest way to get embarrassed. Yes, women love free meals, but at the end of the day, that's the fastest way to get them. They have a change of plan at the last minute. And I mean, I don't date it. I don't went on plenty of first dates. I don't did the online date thing. You will hear some of the wildest excuses. And some of the excuses you just be like that's just diabolical. Like you will hear some of the wildest things. Excuse me. So my recommendation, I'm a different kind of person, so it's kind of like what you like to do. But if you really want to find something cool, go somewhere like paintballing, a painting class, a
Mm,
sipping a sipping sample, um a walk, um things of that nature. If you really want to find somebody that you want to lock in with, do those things. Like I say, then you can go. Yeah, let's go get a drink or whatever. Cool, that's whatever. But you got to be careful with a drink, because sometimes if you stay there too long, you can get the wrong person, because they can go easily into character mode. Like I say, do
okay.
things that require physical activity to me, because when you require physical activity, you can see a person at all their strengths. And I got a gym one time from a YouTuber. They said, if you pick the girl up, take her on a first date where parking is extremely hard and difficult to find and get into, because you can see how they react in a high intense situation. I said,
Mm,
dang, I ain't never think about that, but that's kind of smart, because before you go any further, you can see how a person think in a bind. Do they
yeah.
stay calm? Do they get easily frustrated? They quick to snap? You can see all that in a matter of 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's a good point. I ain't think about that neither. Mm,
So
okay.
shout out to the influencer that said that. But after I heard that, I was like, man, that's some good game. There.
Okay. All right, now so we done with the dating and trying to find love. Now this part two to this is now the person is established with the significant other. So this going for both ways now, since we don't got no female counterparts or opinions on the podcast right now. So uh I know some of these are old, but we still gonna use them. So how you feel about the whole, I forget what it's called, but basically the woman, because I've never seen a man be like this, but the woman who, oh, you can't take me to Cheesecake Factory or Whataburger, whatever, for our first meal. I got certain standards.
That's a catch-22 because sometimes you can. i- Some women have standards and it's okay. Now, if the standards unrealistic or realistic, that's for you to judge and then for them to believe in. Um, but it's either you got a good one. Most of the time, you have a follower,
Mm.
somebody that's a sponge, and not in a good way. They easily can find most of the women that say things of that nature. They trying to be like another woman or be like what they idea of these women they subscribe to and listen to and feel for. They influenced by it. You have to be careful with that because if they easily influenced like that, when you get locked in with them, ain't no telling what somebody can tell them in their ear and make them do a thing. So you got to be careful, extremely careful with that. But like I say, some women, now if a woman, they background comes from that, like let's say you date a woman, let's say, because you say we dealing 21 plus, so let's say you 20, 23 years old, 24 years old. You run across this
Okay.
woman and she's a doctor or she's a 5-year paralegal at this big law firm or she actually is a businesswoman. I ain't talking about no low level businesswoman, meaning how this trend of these truck drivers, these owner ops, these lease operators, or these people that do dispatching companies. No, I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about a real businesswoman that had to do real business things, not just answering phone calls and yeah, I'm a businesswoman, not no independent contractor. I'm talking about real deal businesswomen. Or somebody like a department head, things of that nature, where they have status, where they earned that title, or they earned that way to feel like, okay, I'm not eating at Waffle House, or I'm not eating at Chipotle, or things of that. I'm not going to Wendy's. But if you just talking about like I say, you talking about the average person, the middle class American, you got to be careful with that, man. Because like I said, a lot of these women, some of these women, yeah, cheesecake factor on the lower level, but the right woman will be okay because they just want to see if you take initiative, if you gonna really take care of them. Because I'm gonna be real, Cheesecake Factory is nasty. Applebee's is no longer good. Chili's don't taste the same as it used to. So yes, but that don't mean that just because you take a woman to Ruth Chris, it's gonna be a great experience. It's just to have the name, and if she caught up in names, 9 times out of 10 she's materialistic. And one thing about it, you can't build with nobody that's materialistic because you're gonna always spend money on maintenance and upkeep. You will never be able to build. You will never be able to grow because the only thing she gonna be chasing is staying up with the Jones, and the only thing you're gonna be trying to do is work to suffice.
Okay. All right. Now, the 100% relationship or the 50-50 relationship. And before you answer it, I need it for both sides. So, you know, like I said, you okay? And what I mean by that is, are you okay with the 100% or the 50-50, or are you only okay with the 50-50? But I need it from the man's perspective and the woman's perspective.
I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. Y'all let us, like I said, y'all let us know how y'all feel. But personally, me, I hate this whole 50-50 thing. And I hate this 50-50 thing because when you, and this coming from a young married man, when you talking about 50-50, is it really 50-50? Now, if you talking about financially 50-50, okay, cool. But still at the same token, is it really 50-50? Because you got to carry your 50% 100% of the time. So is it really 50-50? Now, if you talking about just I'm doing everything, if you coming from a place of societal norms or you coming from a place of generational uh agenda where the man carry out all the bills, the woman just she sit down and make sure the house straight. If you're going on traditional ideas and philosophies, cool. But in this day and time, this day and age, that 100% one income household, boy, is a bind. Because the man, or if it's a woman, you would never be able to enjoy it because it costs. It costs
Mm.
like, and then they talk about cutting out stamps. They talking about cutting out all these benefits and cutting back on this and cutting back on that. So, and the price of inflation is steady going up. Gas fluctuating. A gallon of milk now is like $6. Look what just happened to the eggs. A dozen of eggs was like $9. So you talking about the little things.
Mhm.
Rice used to be $1 for a pound of rice. Used to be $1. Now a pound of rice is $4.20 some. So unless you making, like I say, you at a job where you making $200,000 a year, $100,000 ain't number $40,000 now. $40,000 ain't number 20. 20 ain't number five. So
Good point.
you got to really sit down and really just think about that. Like in this day and age, you can't afford to deal with somebody that ain't got no hustle ambition, that ain't got no willpower. Ain't no wrong, like you say. Now, if you in a relationship and one or the other person may lose a job, or y'all might have a child, or you get sick or injured or anything like that, then yeah, okay, you got 100%. You ain't got no choice now. But just going in saying I'm gonna be 100%, playboy, that ain't gonna work. Playgirl, that ain't gonna work. Because like I said, it's gonna drain you so much, and then after so long, I don't care who you is, you're gonna start looking at the other person as a leech. They can do everything you tell them. They can do everything you tell them. And you're gonna eventually, because you're gonna feel like, dang, I can't never have this for myself. I can't never do this for myself no more. So it start off good, but in the long term, it causes turmoil. Now, do I feel like 50-50 work? No. But I'm gonna say this, speaking on me and my wife behalf, I 50-50 this different. Yeah, I carry on a boatload, but at the end of the day, it's certain things I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna be the one that cook day in and day out. Do I have a problem with getting there every now and then, or maybe twice a week cooking? No. I'm not gonna ask her to take out the trash. That's my responsibility. I'm not gonna ask her to do the upkeep on the vehicles. That's my responsibility. So, you just have to figure out what you do and figure out what works best for you. But ain't no relationship gonna work if you subscribe to either. It's really just find your dynamic and live in it. That's what I tell you. Find your dynamic and live in it.
All right. And then the last thing on this just whole topic in general. Now we just gonna go the man side for this one. Now, say you a man and you unemployed in the relationship, like you got no money coming in. Now, like I said, we both agree the relationship the responsibility is shared regardless. It ain't just financial, so it never really is no such thing as 100%, 0% thing. But with you having no income, you being jobless or whatever, what are some actual like responsibilities or requirement of the unemployed man since he ain't working and like I said, he got to have some stuff he just required for him. So what would you say are some requirements for the unemployed man who ain't really got nothing coming in and
First
ain't
and
doing
foremost,
nothing?
you got to be First and foremost, you got to be there on all three levels: physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And spiritual just don't mean subscribe to a religion. No, spiritual mean your intuitive mind. When it's a rough patch, going through it, keeping the spirits high, keeping the morale high. Stay uplifting. Ensure that hey, it's gonna be brighter. This ain't gonna be forever. Physically, you got to be there because you got to be there when your other half is beat up or feeling like, man, I can't do this no more. You got to be the one to stand in that paint. You gonna have to deal with the low blows. You got to deal with what come with it. You got to then just keep the main thing. What I notice from when that happens, just make sure it's a meal, it's something to eat, and it's clean. That's really all you gotta do. And save money. So for example, yeah, let's just say the woman is the only one bringing in money. Instead of letting her go get lunch every day, make sure she got lunch. Instead of, oh, the car tore up, learn how to fix it. Learn how to fix the things around the house. Save money. Okay, let's say for prime example, let's say the doggone stove won't act right. Why you home? Figure out to see if you can fix it, or try to go find a way to get it one cheaper, or find some things like that, or you know just make it happen. It ain't gotta always be,
Mhm.
because I'm gonna be real. Man or woman. This go for man or woman. Just find a way to be effective. As long as you effective in a positive light, you'll be all right. I ain't gonna say stay there forever. Don't get complacent in that, because we live in
Right.
a economy where you can't be complacent in that. Them days of the woman staying home or the man staying home, and it's gonna put a strain on it. And most of the reason people break up these days is financial obligations. Cause let's just face
Mm.
it. I don't care who say they don't believe in materialist things or whatever. Everybody likes spending money.
Right.
Everybody likes spending money. Whether that's going to get chocolate milk, whether that's going to get a new piece of jewelry, whether that's going to get new clothes, whether that's having fresh, clean towels in your house and new sheets on your bed. Everybody likes spending money.
Good point. Good point. Okay. Okay.
All right, man. Good. My brother cooking, man. Tyson. I don't want to copyright and then, but yeah, but his name to be Tyson. He kind of cooking, though. Yeah, man. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. Like I said, man, we hitting y'all with like a midweek podcast. My brother got both of us got to go to work tomorrow, so we ain't gonna be on here too much longer. But anything you want to talk about, Tyson? Before I hit you with like a couple of more questions.
Man, dang, man, you be rushing me out, man. I don't got in the mood to
No,
talk, man.
like I said, I got at least another 20, but I know you got to go to work in the morning, so I ain't want to hold you too far,
I'm
you
good,
know.
man. I don't go to sleep about 12:30 in the morning anyway. I
Yeah.
actually got to
Okay.
edit when I get off here. I got to edit some footage. But I want to ask you what you think one of the biggest scams in America is right now. Cause I got mine
So
and
many
I'm looking at
scams,
mine
man.
right now. And it ain't got to be nothing serious. It can be something minute. I got one off the top of my head right now, and I'm looking dead at it. You
Um,
want me to go or you?
it's been going on forever, and I can't let it go, man. This whole I want to make it a shade topic, but it wouldn't even be a shade topic. It's basically the shade. It would get shade every day of the year, every day of the year, every podcast episode. It'll be that everlasting shade. But the whole donating to cancer, it's a scam. It's a hustle. You can't tell me they not money laundering. Somebody getting some extra paydays or something. I just know it's like the biggest scandal there is because, bruh, how long cancer been going on? Cancer has existed since. Cancer probably existed in the Bible. We just didn't know. Uh, so it's
It
like,
probably
man, you
just a
keep talking
different
about
name, yeah.
donate to cancer, but you're born with cancer, some kind of cancer elements to you. Even when you beat cancer, it still be some cancer-like residue or stuff where it comes back. Like, and then what kills me the most is when they diagnose you with it, say you got stage 2, stage 3. Oh, we just discovered it. How you just discovered it? I've been going to these doctor's appointment all the time. It ain't nothing but the same old routine. Check my blood pressure, check my pulse, check my height and my weight. How about you check and make sure I ain't got no cancer going on? Y'all always find it when it's stage 3, stage 4, then say donate to cancer. We almost close to a cure. Gut cancer research. You've been researching for 200 plus. Well, I ain't gonna say that because they ain't really start broadcasting cancer to let's be humble and modest and say 50 years. Y'all been monitoring and studying for 50 years. Y'all still ain't figured it out. It's kind of crazy to me that y'all said so. Y'all looking for cures for cancer, but when you got AIDS, you just got AIDS. When you got herpes, it's incurable. All you can do is treat it. But y'all want to spend millions and almost it's probably billions now on cancer. So that's the biggest hustle if you decide to donate to it. But I'm pretty sure you got some. I know I'm ignoring a lot of scams, but that's one of the biggest scams in history. There, it's cancer research.
Yeah, I will say this though, I agree, but when you lose as many people as I did with different forms of cancer as I did, that has hit my family, it's kind of a soft spot because it's like I don't want to believe this money going to that, but I know the damage it has caused, so I'm kind of a sucker for it, delved into it. Now I ain't saying I go do it at the dollar store or Walmart, but if I see a job, I might do it, or I might do something to contribute
No,
to it
no.
or
See, that's
spread the
that's the thing
word.
with it.
Or
I'm fine with that. But my thing is, y'all been saying y'all be reporting millions have been donated to the research. Y'all ain't found cures yet. And this is my thing. You get cancer everywhere. I know we like to laugh and joke on the podcast a lot, but if somebody got diagnosed with armpit cancer, you'd believe it, even though you never heard of it, because cancer come from anything. You could not smoke and get
yeah,
lung cancer.
yeah, yeah, true, true, true.
So
But
that's what be
they,
getting me.
I ain't gonna say that because I know that's oh no, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. You finna have me go on a tangent, but I'm gonna leave that rabbit hole alone. If you know, you know. That's all I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna say. Um, okay, I get that. I don't you maybe don't even want to say my biggest scam right now no more because that just got me thinking. But I'm gonna go with water. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Huh?
Water is essential. They say, quote unquote, if science is real, they say we mostly made of water. Water consumes the earth. The earth is mostly water. Um,
Okay.
so uh, water is essential. I'm gonna let that be known up top. You should drink water, yes, but you can't tell me somebody ought to have a lawsuit. Somebody ought to have some money coming in. So some got to be done with all these waters. And I'm speaking because uh, that dude, what's his name, Ashton Hall, and I can't even fully blame you, but I'm gonna blame you too for the promotion. Man, listen, I bought some of that Saratoga water. Man, listen here, I got the footage, I got the poster, I got the edited poster. Man, that water is some of the blandest, plain tasting tap water I ever tasted. Shower water tastes better than that. Come on, man. All these different water companies, man, selling the same water, the same. It's purified, it's spring, it's alkaline, it's this pH, it's that pH, it help you this, and it's pure this, it's mineral that, it's so less carbonated this, and it's that, and man, I don't want to hear that, man. Give me some water. When I'm thirsty, give me some water. You can't make nothing without water, but all these different brands and this label mean that label mean. I ain't got time to do no research. When I want some water, I want some water. And I ain't got time to pay no $12. And I'm talking about all the big brands, the Voss, the Fiji, the Aquafinas, the Sunnies, the doggone Coors, the Life Water, the Essential Water. Man, all y'all taste the same, man. It's water. I don't want to hear the Callaway Blues. Come on, man. All these name brands, Walmart got 4 different kinds of water. And what is distilled water? Why is it so heavy? Where that water come from? Like, come
Uh,
on, man. That like, if bring back the water when the water was 2 for $1. Come on, man. You get water out the water hose and it tastes the same way as that water that costs $9 that come in a glass jar. Man, I don't want to hear that.
hey,
All you paying for it's like cologne. All you at least with colognes you get different scents and different times it lasts. But these days it seems like they tell you when you was a kid drink 6 to 8 glasses of water. That's what they tell you at a pediatric doctor. I drink a gallon and why is my pee still gold? Then I might have a day I don't drink no water and it's clear. So is water a gimmick that y'all selling us? What's really going on? Then
Man, I'm
why
with you.
first off, man,
I'm with you. I'm with you. Go ahead. I'm
I
listening.
can go on a tangent, but I ain't gonna do it because, matter of fact, this my shade topic. I ain't had a shade topic in a while. I ain't gonna be cliche and say why we paying for water. I get it. We pay for everything that we shouldn't pay for. But you mean to tell me I could put water in the car and it lasts all summer long. But I put water in my body, and my body don't get nearly as hot. And I'm mostly water, and it seemed like that water ain't did nothing. I mean, one time I drank a bottle of water. I can't remember. I don't know if it was Voss or what. But I bought one of them high dollar waters, and I said, man, I know this water gonna have me a path. I can't remember what it was, but it was one of them high dollar waters that just looked nice. So my dumb tail go by it. I was like, okay, I know this water good. I drank that water and it felt like it dried my mouth out like I was drinking ocean water. Come on, man, I just can't get over it. I'm tired of when I want water, I got to go spend $5 to get a bottle of water. And where does come from with this upcharge on water just because it's cold? Where this come from? It's bad enough I got to pay for AC at the house. Why I got to pay more for water? It's the same water. Making it colder don't make it no better for you. If anything, it make it worse. Why I'm
Mm-hmm.
paying an extra 40 cents for you go get Dasani water? I'm gonna use the Dollar General for example. You go get a Dasani, let's say a 20-ounce bottle of Dasani water for $1.45 off the shelf. You go get it out the case. It's the same 20 ounces, same brand, same bottle shape, same everything. Why is it $2.14 or $2.30 for the same water just because it's cold? Man, that's the man I'm talking about. Boy, that's a big scale, man. I just don't. Then they want to tell you it's get your water filter. You get your water filter, it tastes the same as you did at the tap. So what you filtering? My thoughts. But I ain't gonna. I'm gonna leave that alone. But that's my shade topic for today, man. Water.
Hey
Come
man, you
on,
talking about some? You
man.
don't want to say your scam. I'm with you, bro. Like water, it don't make no sense. And then the biggest one is, oh, the water contaminated. How y'all know it's contaminated? You know, we've been around the world. We've been living 30 years. You 30, almost. Me 35. We've been here. How is it contaminated? So this is my thing. It's contaminated. I'm going through this right now. You know, Lord forgive me. I shouldn't put it on blast. But they talking about the water in Orlando contaminated. I'm finna get ready to go to Orlando. So I gotta go buy some bottled waters so I'll be able to drink some water and not be contaminated. So what y'all so it's okay to contaminate your skin when you cut that shower water on. It's okay. It's okay when you need to rinse something off when the restaurants got to wash dishes. It's okay to rinse the dishes in that contaminated water, but it ain't okay to drink it. That don't make no sense. All them years my grandma say, go in that kitchen and wrench off that glass, or you better go get you some water out that spigot or that faucet, like they like to say, that lingo. Man, so we've been drinking contamination forever. Man, get out of here, man. All that ocean water we've been inhaling, and when you go swimming, you know you drinking that chlorine. Come on, man. We've been contaminated. Not a water contaminated. Y'all in cahoots to make some more money off of people. And like you said, alkaline bars. And the biggest one of all, smart water. I ain't felt no intelligence in my body yet when I drunk that. I ain't felt smarter than I still struggle with the Pythagorean theorem. What it's supposed to be smart water. What's smart about it? At least my smart TV got apps. At least I can watch Netflix on my smart TV. At least my smart TV know where I left off if I take a nap and wake up 2 hours later. What do smart water do? That's why I
And
tell you, they
if
just
you want to
coming up
be
with
real,
stuff.
I'm telling you, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I'm just sitting here just thinking, and we gotta talk about it because my wife love core water. So, water is water to me. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I'm a Callaway Blue fan. She like Core and Fiji. I like Essentia and Body Armor water. Cool. Everybody got their brands and everything. But I'm just sitting here just thinking like, we spend money on bottled water. And if you want to go deeper, just because it's the bottle clean, because y'all keep talking about everything recycled. And one thing I know from, because I drive the street sweeper at my job. That's one of my responsibilities, and I sweep these streets up. And I just be sitting here thinking like, all this stuff I don't see people don't pee in the bottle, boo booed in the bottle, spit in the bottle. Y'all recycling, so it's the water y'all contaminating the bottles to contaminate us, or what? Because I ain't gonna lie, like my brother
Mm.
said, growing up, and then you said, I can only speak on my culture. I ain't gonna say race, but my culture. It wasn't no in and out. It wasn't no come and get in and out the refrigerator. And growing up, we didn't have the luxury of getting bottled waters like that. It was that tap or that tap water that don't got cold in that pitcher. Other than that, you upgraded. Some of us upgraded later on life. We had a water filter on the faucet on the refrigerator with the filter on it. But for the most part, during the summertime especially, hey, you better go drink out that water hose. And you come in
You
out the
know,
house,
and
you better
you
go
already
drink that
know it,
water hose.
and you already know it got, and you already know it's hot. That sun.
I'm trying to
So you
I'm
drink,
trying to
yeah. So
tell you,
you
you gotta
drinking
wait
what,
5 minutes
84
for it to
degrees?
get cool.
Yeah, you drinking
Yeah,
84-degree
man.
hot water. Then that
I'm
water
trying
found
to
at the
tell you,
school.
man.
Now you can't tell me that one ain't. That's the contaminated water. That water out the water found at schools and public
I'm
places.
trying to tell
Some
you,
of the
cause
people
you
that
can
put their lips on the spot, spitting in the water
spit
fountain.
in
That's the
it,
contaminated one. And I
rinsing
ain't
their
seen no
face
water
off in
fountain be.
it.
Yeah, and I ain't seen a water fountain been pulled yet. Come on, man.
I'm trying to tell you. Then you want to talk about the water fountains. Then you trying to tell us these bottles and they coming out these faucets and stuff. So what's the point in stainless steel if at the water fountain at school that stainless steel it got mildew on it? And so is it really stainless steel?
Exactly.
See,
Come
I
on
keep
now.
going on and
Eh, eh,
on and on about this water and
man, we got to put more respect on our immune system because apparently it's the GOAT system. All this contamination has been fighting it.
I'm trying to tell you, like, come on, man, like, bro, like, just be real for a second, man. And like I say, this podcast for the people that just find the hidden context clues of what really going on. Because if you go to to the masses and say water is a scam, you're gonna be like, oh, he one of them. But if you really just sit there and just think about it, come on, man, these folk ripping us off with water. I ain't talking about buying water, for your household utilities, but just the common bottled water is a ripoff.
Yeah, and then another thing, it brings back a memory to me. I went to the doctor's office about 5, 6 months ago. He told me something. You dehydrated. He was like, how much water you drink a day? He said you supposed to drink 72 ounces. So he was like, how much water you drink? I said I drink about a bottle or two a day. He told me the regular standard water bottles. He said, man, you dehydrated. You supposed to drink 8 or 9 of those. Who finna drink 8 or 9 water bottles a day? If that's the case, I'm gonna ran out the half by Thursday. I'm out of water because they come in 40 packs, man. Great shout out to Great Value, man. I'm out of water. So what? Who drinking 8 bottles of water a day? Man, get out of here.
Then on top of that, they'll tell you you drink too much water, you'll leave this world. You'll be unalive.
Right.
Cause okay,
Yeah,
so
well,
it's
listen.
128
Yeah.
ounces in water in a gallon. It's 128 ounces in a gallon, right?
Right.
The average water bottle is about anywhere from 16 to 20 ounces.
Right.
So if I go to the doctor and say I drink a gallon of water a day, oh, you can't do that. You gonna cause more damage. You gonna do more harm than good. Out of this. But you tell me to drink 8 glasses of 16 ounce of water. 8 times 16 is what? 16 times 4 is 64. So okay, that's a gallon there. But come on, if I tell you, I flat out tell you, yeah, I drink a gallon of water a day. Oh, that's too much. Come on, man. Make up your mind.
Right.
I'm convinced
And I
these
don't care how
doctors.
much you
I'm
like
convinced these
water.
doctors working with the sellers.
Yeah. And I don't care how much you like water. Man, water get bland at a certain point because it's just water. So come on now, who
Ooh,
finna eat water?
man, I'm
Who finna
telling
drink
you.
water after every meal, snack, or thirst? Man, if that's the case, sodas and juices would have been out of business.
Exactly. Then on top of that, not only that, if it's such a big deal for drinking this water, like I say, water blend. Why after you drink, let's say you drink a whole bottle, right? Let's say you take a bottle to the head. You crack off that second one before you get a quarter way done with it. It's like your body go to reject it. And you be ready to spit it out. So, so what we supposed to do? Every hour we supposed to drink a bottle of water, or every 2 hours we drink a bottle of water? Come on, man. Come on,
Okay.
bro. Boy, I tell you, boy, like I said, we can go on. I can talk about water and scam water is for 3 hours. But yeah, man, y'all let me know how y'all feel. What y'all think the biggest scam is? Y'all let me know what y'all thought process is on that, man. Because I'm telling you, bro, that's why y'all got to subscribe to the Brothers Under the Tree, man. I'm telling you, man, we'll have some things to make you think, and we ain't just coming one sided. We coming both sides, man. We coming double header. Wherever you feel, I
No,
guarantee one of us may agree or disagree, and we gonna make you think about it. Man, I'm telling you, man, I can go on and on. Don't get me started on insurance. Matter of fact, we're gonna say that for next episode. We're gonna talk about the insurance scam, and I am talking about all forms: medical, rental, dental, auto, commercial, residential. We talking
life.
about, man. We can go, man. See, life insurance. Come on, man. Cause I'm gonna leave this with y'all. Whole life and term life. Man, listen here. It's a scam, man. The money y'all making off us, and then y'all got all these stipulations. If you already taking $80 a week out my check for insurance, why would I go to the doctor? I got to pay a $75 copay, or I can't schedule an appointment. What's the point of
Mm-hmm.
insurance?
Right.
I get, man. I'm gonna say it like this,
And,
man. I don't have no problem because it's public records at this point. It's confidential, but HIPAA ain't even real no more these days. I ain't got a colonoscopy, whatever. Blase squaze. They told me, yeah, you got to pay $1,300 out of pocket to get it, or your insurance, your insurance can pay for it because you met your deductible with it. I go get the colonoscopy. Why they telling me I can't discharge till I pay $45? But you just called me right
always
before the
something.
procedure and told me I'm clear. Come on, man.
Right.
What y'all doing? Am I filling up your tank? Am I paying for you to send it to them? Come
Right.
on, man. This
And
is
then
crazy, man. But let me
and
go.
they want to hit you with lingos,
Yeah,
and they try to find a way to
y'all want to tell
justify it.
me. Yeah, then y'all tell me. What's the point of going to the doctor? If I tell my doctor, let's say I tell my doctor, hey, doc, man, such and such been bothering me for a while. Man, I don't try all the over counter stuff. And let's just say it's pain that I'm going in to complain about. If I tell you I got pain, I ain't saying gonna make me make me no addict and give me the strongest of the strong. Don't give me no morphine or nothing like that. No Adderall or nothing like that. But why when I tell you I'm having pain, or for example, when I got in the wreck, I tell them I'm hurting all over. You gonna give me a prescription for 800 milligram ibuprofen. What that gonna
True,
do for
true.
me? If I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
walk, 800 milligram ibuprofen ain't gonna do nothing but taste like Skittles to me.
Right.
Come on, man.
But anyway, man,
All right,
we're gonna have
man.
to pick this conversation
On
up
a lot.
next week, man. We got to get ready to
Hold
head
on,
up
hold on.
out of
Before
here,
you go,
man.
man,
But great.
let me get my Brian rankings in real quick before I go, man. Before we go, man, because we gotta incorporate the fluff every time. Shout out to Charlie Glover,
All
man. Y'all
right,
go subscribe to him. But anyways, I got a few for you, Quiz. Are you ready?
ready.
All right, I got two right now. All right. Now this is paper games, games you play on paper and with paper and pen or paper and pencil, whatever. 1 through 5.
Okay,
Uh, one. The first one is word search. Now, one being the best one you gotta play, 5 being it's all right.
okay.
The first one is word search.
3.
Wow, that's crazy because when I made the list, I put it at 3. Wow, see, that's why we brothers. Uh, Hangman.
If you got people, if you playing with somebody knowledgeable and you can be creative and you got good contestants, it could be straight. So hmm, give me 2.
Uh, Crossword.
Oh, 5. I mean, I used to do the ones in the newspaper. You got to be highly advanced to do the ones in the newspaper. So 5.
Tic Tac Toe.
Classic, almost a cornerstone. Uh, I'm gonna go 4. I feel like he's saving some best for last. So I'm gonna go 4.
Crucial mistake. And the last one was Sudoku.
Dang it, I don't even like Sudoku. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I can do Sudoku, but it's a chore more than entertaining. But okay.
Now this one is Hall of Fame seasons.
Mm.
So this means this player this season, if they just had this one season to submit to get into the Hall of Fame, would they make it? Yes or no?
Okay.
You ready? It's 1 through 6. All right. The first one being 2018 Braun.
Ooh.
Okay. 2016 Curry.
Mm. Mm. Ah. 4.
Okay. 2012 D Rose. I think that was his MVP year. I think it was 2012. It might have been 2011.
Do I want to go 1 or 3? Mm. Because that was a great season by D Rose. We done talked about this numerous times, but God, 1 or 4, 1 or 3, because it could be high. It's higher than LeBron's because LeBron didn't even win MVP that year, but he carried their rosters. But at the same time, D Rose kind of carried that roster offensively. I'm gonna go 1. I'm gonna go 1. I'm gonna go
Okay. 2017 Russ.
3.
Okay. You got
So I
okay,
got
so
5
yeah,
and 6 left,
yeah,
right?
5 and
Okay.
6. 2001 AI.
Yeah, I hate you with a passion. Uh, Gosh, I guess 5. I guess.
All right, and 6 will be 2012 Braun.
Mm. Shoot, well, everybody in the Hall of Fame, that's for sure. Yeah, Broncos 6. Because even though it was possibly his greatest year, he had so much talent around him where he compared to them other 5 MVP or them other 5 great NBA seasons, yeah, he probably is last based on the talent he had on his team. So yeah, I'm fine with that.
So you
Except for
okay?
Curry. Curry had a lot of help. Curry had a lot of help too, so it's kind of between him and the Curry one. But I'm fine with it.
So you find with 2001 AI being 5?
No, 2008 is. Oh yeah, he is 5. I mean, like I said, if I could re-rank it, it would be 1 AI, 2 uh
D
2 would
Rose.
be 2012 Braun.
Okay.
Oh no, my bad. Yeah, my bad. Okay, yeah. 1 would be AI, 2 would be D Rose, 3 would be 12 Braun. Uh, 18 Braun would be 4. 5 would be no, 4 would be Russ. 5 would be 18 Braun. 6 would be
Curry.
yeah.
Okay. 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 Shout out to Andre Drummond because he brought that up because they was asking which version of LeBron was best, and it was like 12, 18, and I forgot the other one they said. So yeah,
16.
yeah, 16 Bron. So
I just saw that clip before we got on. I was trying to figure out who is this dude. Wait, I forgot it was Andre Drummond.
yeah, so man, shout out, man. It was another great episode. Like I said, man, y'all go back and watch it. Y'all let us know how y'all feel. Don't be afraid to be honest, cause we not gonna judge, but we might debate. Um,
Yeah.
hey man, we might have to make that our cornerstone, man. That might have to be our phrase. We don't judge, but we will debate. I like
Yeah, I like it. Throw an R with a circle around it so nobody can steal it.
that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, great topics. My brother crushed that opinion relationship segment, man. Like, that boy wise beyond his years. I told him he's 27 going on 50. So,
Hey, shout out.
great, man. And like I said, I ain't lying. I know y'all like, man, come on, quiz. Don't lie to us. But I'm not lying, man. Just had to delay it for 1 week. But that 80 coming now.
Yeah, that 80 comment. Hey man, this man right here, man, this man is a procrastinator, but he's not a procrastinator just because y'all think he lazy. No, he's a procrastinator because he's a man that has many responsibilities, man. So, like I say, both of us, we trying to get our lives together. We trying to bring this podcast out the ground, man. You know, we doing our best. We are full-time dad, full-time husbands, and full-time men of God. So we have our plates full and we don't complain. We just get full and go back for dessert. So thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching, man. And it's only gonna go up from here. And we'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
All right.